Today we're going to crochet a gradual one. Ein, puff, strawberry handbag, ideal. What we are using now is 5 strands of milk cotton. Double strands are crocheted. The crochet uses a 3.5mm crochet. Next, take a look at the effect of the upper body. The whole bag is crocheted with jujube-shaped knitting. The finished product is thick and stiff, not easy to deform. There is a pulling rope in the position of the bag mouth. Next, take a look at the effect of the upper body. Children can also be memorized. Next, let's crochet together in form with double strands. First, wrap 2 rings around the finger. Take off the rings of several people. The crochet pierced into the lifting ring. Bring out a coil. Crochet a upright needle. Fixed coil, elongation, we began to crochet the first lap. First of all, crochet winding, and put it back into the needle ring. And bring out a coil. This is an unfinished medium-long needle. Then, crochet wound the thread. Continue to crochet unfinished medium and long needles twice, 3 times, 4 times, and then crochet wound the thread. Pull all the coils on the crochet at once. This is a 4-time unfinished one. A jujube-shaped needle consisting of medium-long needless. Then continue to crochet a braided needle. We are such a jujube needle. A braided needle is a group. There are 4 groups of crochet in this ring. Then, crochet wound the thread. We crocheted the second jujube needle. Put a coil into the ring of the needle. This is an unfinished medium-long needle with 2 needles. Then shy, and 3, 4, then crochet wound the thread. Pull all the coils on the crochet at once. Then crochet a braided needle. So we finished 2 sets of jujube needles. Then continue to crochet 2 groups according to the same method. In the first lap, we crocheted 4 groups of jujube-shaped needles. After the completion of 4 groups of jujube needles, we came to where we started. We can see that there are 2 segments and 1 thread here. Let's pull this thread inside first. Pull hard to the right. Then, pull the outer line segment so we can see ours. The needle ring has shrunk. And then, with the top of the first jujube needle, pigtails. Crochet a drawing needle. So we finished the flap body. We will first lapel, turn to come from the front. Then turn the line. Get into the first one, again, between the jujube needle and the second jujube needle. Crochet a drawing needle in the gap. Transition the line to here. After that, every time we crochet a jujube needle, all need to be between two jujube needles to crochet in the gap. Then lengthen the coil. We began to crochet the second lap. Under us, the second circle is between every two jujube needles. A stitch added to a jujube-shaped needle. That is, we have the first jube needle in the space of bow. A total of 2 jujube needles need to be crocheted. Now we are in the first gap. Crochet a jujube-shaped needle. Then crochet wound the thread. Penetrate into the same gap and crochet a jujube needle. Then crochet a braided needle. So we can see we are already in the first gap. Hook up 2 jujube-shaped needles and then to the second gap. We continue to crochet in the second gap. The addition of a jujube needle. And then we were in. Each crocheted in the last 2 gaps. The addition of a group of jujube needles. Crochet the second lap according to the rule. After the second lap is finished, there are 8 jujube needles altogether. And then with a needle at the top of the first jujube needle, crochet a pull needle connection and then into the first gap in the front. Crochet a needle to make a transition. we began to crochet the third lap. The rule of adding needle in the third lap is the other one. At jujube plus a jujube needle. Let's take a look at how it works. Add first coil elongation on that feel. Then crochet wound the thread. We're in the first gap. In the same gap, a stitch added to a jujube-shaped needle. That is, it needs to be in the same gap as the first gap. Crochet the algal needle twice. So we're in the first gap. Completed the addition of needles in the first group, and then in the second gap, crochet a jujube needle. So we finished a set of patterns. Then crochet the second set of patterns. First of all, crochet winding and in the third needle. Tongsin Yasmina. Undercut, a stitch added to a jujube-shaped needle. And then in the fourth needle, crochet a jujube needle. So we finished 2 sets of taxiing. Next, follow the rule of every other stitch plus 1 stitch. Crochet the third lap. After the third lap is finished, there are 12 jujube needles altogether. And then, at the end of the first jujube needle, crochet a drawing needle to connect. Then, Turn the line. Transition tool. In the first gap. Coil elongation. On that field, we crocheted the fourth lap. The fourth lap is neither added nor subtracted. Crochet a jujube needle in every gap. After the fourth lap is finished, there are 12 jujube needles altogether. We don't add or subtract. The fourth round is crocheted. The fourth round has been crocheted. There are 12 early standing needles altogether. Beginning. After checking, we end the first jube needle, the needle at the top, crochet a drawing needle, and then transition to the first gap by Y. Lengthen the coil. We began to crochet the fifth lap. The rule of adding needle in the fifth lap is in accordance with the 2 jujube-shaped needles apart. Add a jujube needle. Let's take a look at how it works. Lengthen the coil first, then the crochet wound the thread in the first gap. In the same gap, the addition of a set of jujube-shaped needles. Such a group of needles will be completed in the back. And folio. In 2 or 3 gaps, we each crocheted a jujube-shaped needle. In this way, our first set of tricks is finished. A group of needless. 2. Find a stitch alone. Next crochet the second group. First, the hook is wound around the next gap. In the same gap, 3. Crochet a molding needle twice. That is, the addition of a jujube needle. And then, in the back. And folio. Crochet a jujube needle in each of the 2 gaps.